Hi, this is Angela, and today we're looking at aligning with the heart of the universe in dance. So, I wanted to share today a very special, significant event, which some of you may know about, and it's been channeled by the avatar Sri Bhagavan. It's called the Muhurta. So, it's an actual point of time where our planet aligns perfectly with the heart of the universe at the universal level. So it's about the position, but more than the physical position of our Earth, it's the evolution of our Earth over millennia, many aeons, billions of aeons of time. And it's a point of our evolution which, if you know about the Mayan calendar, 2012 was the end of their calendar. So this period was a heralding of that new time, that new growth of our species, where we could ascend to basically a different species. And that doesn't mean that our heads would grow a second head or a couple of pair of eyes, but it would mean that our consciousness would grow to the next level, and we would have achieved a point of our evolution that had been dreamt about for aeons. And we'd reached the goal of our species, which was to become enlightened. What does enlightened mean? It means that we're not just focused on our belly buttons, but we're connected with the universal heart. And the universal heart, what's that about? So I wanted to elucidate a little bit about what it means from my perspective. Of course, it means a lot of things. So I'm going to share first on, what does it mean to align with the heart of the universe? Because that's a personal thing and it's a planetary thing. So at a personal level, I'll share for me what it is when I'm dancing and I'm in that moment, I'm not mired in any stuff that might have been happening before I started dancing. A long time ago, my guide told me to wake up in the morning and just dance, because unfortunately my habit was to wake up in the morning and start worrying about what I should do for that day. And subsequently, what happened was that I developed a practice of meditation. So the first thing I do now is really just follow what's my dream and see if there's anything I need to write down, and then talk to my spiritual self and connect. And that for me is part of the dance, because it's literally extending my dream world where I may have been dancing and coming back into the physical body, still connecting to that consciousness in my dream time, and then starting the day and moving into the day, and then starting with some movement and some other meditations to share healing with others. So for me, when I see that I'm getting mired in the world, getting like muddy, getting into like distraction and thoughts like not really pleasant thoughts, or even getting like depressed, there is something in even those moments. So when I'm like aligning with the heart of the universe, even the uncomfortable stuff, there's something there for me to feel. And it's in the feeling, which I practice so much in the dance, feeling more of the subtle senses, feeling my emotions, feeling on the internal part of my body, and feeling the space around my body. It's just a layer upon layer and layer of feeling. There was so much feeling, and even the uncomfortable stuff was helping me to feel something, maybe feel something that I was afraid of, but just by continuing to feel it and to allow myself to feel, it started to lessen in intensity. And it was one of the things I realized: when you align to the universe, the heart of the universe, it's got that capacity to embrace you, which I don't have. When I dance, I feel that in the space. I feel the space embracing you. with Annetta Luce, we used to talk about space being your lover because it just surrounds you and encompasses all of your movement. And we did many things to experience more of that, which I'll be sharing pieces of in the dance healing classes and the Sufi movement workshops that I'm teaching in Marrickville starting February 1st. But today I want to share the importance of you just even experiencing that moment where you feel a sense of love encompassing you. Maybe you don't know what that is, but maybe you attach it to a person. For me, it's much bigger than one person. It's a sense of this greater space or the universe surrounding us. A few days ago, I was watching a video about one of the astronauts that walked on the moon, and he was talking about being in space and how even a little pull on the cord that attached his suit to the spaceship could send him spinning into orbit. And as long as he had a visual of the spaceship, he could sense that sense of connectedness. But without that, he felt this disorientation and this helplessness. And I thought, oh my God, that's just like what we feel in our lives. But he's experiencing it in outer space. And with a spaceship, he's only anchor to something. But for me, I get that sense, even though we might be anchored to our earth and have a sense of home here, we don't really embrace that sense of home on earth. And today, the alignment, January 15, is that day to really feel that sense of alignment to the earth and to this enormous universe that embraces this planet. It's like a holy thing, and it's a sacred thing that you actually are alive and exist on this earth. And the fear that we might have of not being alive is actually quite a small fear when you compare it to the enormity of the gift of you being alive. And that's where I think it gets muddled. We don't actually understand the purpose of being alive. So for me, I'll put it to the personal experience again rather than that collective one. But for me, on the personal level, it's the purpose of being alive is that ability to experience more of myself. And of course, in the dance, that's all I discover, that I could be dancing any cultural dance form and I will feel something in the space or the music or the breathing or the sense of the connection between the music and the breath or the expansiveness of the music. And I'm just still in the music. There's so much in the dance to experience more of myself. I can't imagine not dancing, even when I've been sick, and still just putting the music on and imagining myself dancing was a way to dance and a different way to experience myself. So for me, the dance is that way to be my purpose, because I'm just experiencing more of myself. And it's not about a narcissistic thing, even though it has been like that for me. It's seeing that those parts of myself reveal to me the unlimited aspect of myself. There is so much of myself. And so that when I come to my daily life, I don't really get stuck in the things that are yucky or uncomfortable, because they're really not that important when I see how enormous we are, and I am, in relationship to that small thing. And I can look at the disturbing things in my life and just go, yeah, that's not really pleasant, but it's something there for me to experience. So the purpose of life for me has been really just unfolding more and more of that sense of self, to be able to handle the difficult things in life with more grace or ease. And so in the day that we have, January 15, I welcome you to join some of the Golden Age movement meditations. They're called Ananda. meditations, and they're very short, 20 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Some of them will be longer journeys as well. And you can find them on the Golden Age Movement page. I'll be putting some links on Facebook as well. So you can enjoy that sense of the expanded self, where things that may normally just be difficult kind of disappear. And I want to also just share that February 1st in Sydney, in Marrickville, Amira's Palace, I'm opening up the space to explore your heart and its connection to that greater sense of yourself, to the universe, through the Dance for Joy classes. There'll be 2 classes. One will be Sufi dance, and the second class will be opening up to lots of world dances and how they help us experience our body and ourselves and that greater capacity in ourselves to be all who we are in our natural joy. So you can find the description, the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you get to join us in the Ananda meditations and connect to that Golden Age Movement community, especially if you really want to help humanity to go through these difficult circumstances that we're moving through. If you have a passion to help humanity, we're looking for people that want to join the Diksha Yajna program, which is a weekly program where you get to work on yourself, but at the same time you get initiated to be able to share the Ananda with others. And Ananda is simply a greater sense of your natural joy, or natural joy that's in all humans. And through sharing that, we've had people who are able to help people heal all sorts of problems, but also be able to get through problems with a lot more ease. And sometimes problems just dissolve. So let me know, message me if you want to know more about the Diksha Yajna program. And I hope to see or feel you in the meditations on this special day, January 15. I'm in Australia, so I'm the day ahead. So I'll be joining in some of the USA ones in the morning here of January the 16th. And I look forward to experiencing that enormous capacity of our human nature to grow and evolve and experience unconditional joy and love.